Good morning, guys. It's been wonderful to be here this morning at Nationals Park. Beautiful day. We're here at the Congressional baseball practice. In fact, the last practice they're going to have before tonight's big game. And joining me is Congressman Roger Williams and Congressman Greg Steube. Gentlemen, thank you both for being with us. Now, Coach, you're the coach of this team. You arguably have some of the most professional experience on this field, having played for the Atlanta Braves and been in the major leagues. Who on the team has needed your help the most, and why Congressman Burchett?
Well, they all need help, okay? But we start in March practicing, and that gives us plenty of time to remind people where they need to go and what they need to do. And quite frankly, we've been at it now for 4 or 5 years, and this team can practice on their own if they have to or whatever, but it's all about practice. And we got some great athletes. I mean, we're a little older now than we used to be, but you can go back in history, we can look at the guys and say, you know, they were pretty good at one point in time, but they're good now. I got a good group of guys.
Congressman Steube, you have been the leading pitcher on this team. I mean, how confident are you that we're going to see a victory for a 4th year in a row for Republicans?
Yeah, I feel good. We had a scrimmage last week. I pitched well. The team did really well. As long as we hit the ball and play defense, we'll do good. We'll put scores on the board, and I'll be throwing strikes and looking forward to it.
Your stats are incredible. I mean, absolutely. You are certainly a player that everybody loves to watch. You have a 13-year-old son. Are you his hero?
Yeah, so what was great about, and we were just actually talking about having our sons here and our family here on the field. When I hit the home run a couple of years ago, he was actually in the dugout. We got a good picture of him cheering as I was running around the bases. So hopefully the Democrats will throw me strikes this year. Last year they walked me 3 times, so I keep giving the pitchers a hard time. Like it's a game once a year. But just let us hit the ball.
This is certainly an event, obviously, that promotes unity among Democrats and Republicans. But, Coach, is there some trash talking on the field?
A lot of trash talking, and I got to be honest with you, it's not bipartisan, okay? They want to beat us as bad as we want to beat them, and that's the way it should be. I mean, the game's been played for over 100 years, a lot of tradition, but it's not bipartisan. So when people watch the game, knowing that both sides are playing really hard to win the game.
Yeah. Moving along, now a lot of people don't realize that you guys practice very early in the morning. This is something that happens between votes and amidst the busy legislative schedules. Something that was coming up today is the vote with the Attorney General Merrick Garland to hold him in contempt of Congress, but that appears to be in jeopardy. Are we going to see that vote today, Congressman, and do you support holding the Attorney General in contempt?
I do support holding him in contempt. I don't know the floor schedule right now or when we will be doing it, but I'm certainly on the side of making him pay for his mistakes, and we'll just see when that happens.
Are all Republicans united on that?
Well, I'm not sure, but they should be.
Yeah.
Absolutely should be.
And from the game to the race, the former president of the United States is going to be on Capitol Hill on Thursday, tomorrow morning. Congressman Steube, you obviously hail from Florida. Talk to me a little bit about what you want to hear from the former president.
Well, he's the fighter that we all need that's going to win for us in November, and I hope we all can unite behind him and have victory in November, and he's a fighter. I've spent a good amount of time with him, and he's the type of person that we need to reverse all these disastrous policies of the Biden administration, starting from the border all the way to energy, you name it, and he's the only guy that can do it. So I'm glad that he's here to speak to our conference, because I think some good, strong leadership to the members of the conference will go a long way.
Congressman, what do you want to hear from the former president?
Well, I want to hear that he's going to be president. I mean, he's a leader. He has showed that his policy is second to none what we've had in our country, and he's fighting for us. I think people realize after the trial they saw him in that if it happens to him, it can happen to us. And he's a fighter. He's taught everybody to fight. This is a challenge for America. I mean, this is our generation's Valley Forge. We got to get it right. And so I stand behind him. Greg's behind him. Our whole team is behind President Trump and what he wants to do, and get government out of our life and put it back in the hands of Main Street America. Let the people compete, and let this country be the greatest country in the world. And it will start tonight with a victory in this baseball game.
I was going to say first the game, then the presidential race. Congressman, thank you both for being here. Appreciate it. All right, I think the game starts at 7 p.m. Eastern? 7:05, first pitch. Okay, who's starting? Do we know? Or is it a coin toss?
We're visitors.
We're the
so
visitors.
we'll be hitting
Okay.
first.
Leading off.
Okay.